you want to protect your endpoint that you're using to do some heavy processing or something like that, there are many ways to do that, like JWTs, API keys, or many ways to do it. But my favorite way to protect my endpoints and the endpoints that I'm invoking from a server, let's say it's the endpoint of a Lambda or an AWS step function pipeline, or something that I'm not invoking from my client side. As I said, you can use JWTs or API keys, but I have another way to do it. Anyway, let's say this is our server, and this is our Redis instance. And this is the API that we're gonna call from our server. And by server, I mean our main API, like the server-side code that we're using in our app. The idea is mainly very simple. You just need NanoID or any library that could generate any random string using letters, numbers, or special characters. And you gotta store the token with a random key in a Redis instance. By a random key, I don't mean any key, because you'll have problem to retrieve it afterwards. You just gotta give your keys a naming convention and an ID, which is a number or a UUID or anything from your choosing. And you gotta send the requests to your API with the exact same token. And also you gotta send the ID in your body. This ID could be the ID of a row in your database or anything depending on your use case. Anyway, we will have three return types, or four return types from our API. 200 OK, 401 which means unauthorized, 403 which means forbidden, and also you gotta add a 500 in case something was wrong with the server. If someone sent a request with no token in the auth, you gotta send them back a 401 unauthorized, because simply there is no token. If the token is valid, you gotta retrieve the random key from your Redis instance. You get back your token and you verify. If the tokens are equal, you gotta send back a 200 OK and start your processing. If the tokens do not match, you just gotta send a 403 forbidden, which is not the exact use case, but it does the job. So I hope you get the idea.